One of the many benefits of attending baseball games at Diethrick Park is you never know who you're likely to meet.
That you shouldn't live in the past. It's dangerous. But to visit it is just a wonderful experience.
Well, Ted has always had that charisma. He can draw a crowd quicker than anybody, and I can remember, you know, the Hilton Hotel in Cleveland on the main avenue at lunchtime, sitting around in the lobby and talking about baseball, and you know, Ted had that booming voice. And people going by, and you know, and the door would be open, and they'd look in, and they'd say, what's all that in there? So he said, well, that's Ted Williams in there, and they're talking about hitting and pitching and everything else. And then people would come in off the street to listen to him. Yeah, he was a fantastic guy, and it was a pleasure. I mean, not many people can say they played with Mays, they played with Manlin, and they played with K-Line, and they played with Yastrzemski and Williams. When I tell guys home runs, I'm an authority on those. I mean, I gave up 221 of them. I think that says I'm an authority. But with the Mets in '82 and '83, Kingman used to say, especially when we went into Wrigley Field, he said, "How about right there?" Because he didn't want to hit it on top of those buildings. He wanted to hit it over those, you know, in Chicago, because that's where he played there. And
Who hit the longest home run off you?
The longest home run was Leon Get Your Rags from Daddy Wag's Wagner. And he wore me out. And I must have been tipping my pitches or something. Because we were playing in Dodger Stadium, and he hit it. It was like 370 to the fence there. And then there was the bullpen. And that bullpen probably ran another 130, 40 feet out. And there was a palm tree right there at the parking lot. And when it landed in that tree, a covey of quail come flying out of there. That is the longest one. I remember Radish, he always tells the story. And he says, you know, when we looked up and we saw that ball going past us, and then we see it land in the tree, he said, we couldn't believe it. But he also tells the story about when Earl and I were going to pitch. He said, we used to call the Mass Turnpike Authority and ask them to close down not the eastbound lane, but the westbound lane from 2 to 6, okay? But, you know, joking around. But, I did get a chance, though, to go upstairs in the 600 Club and look. Now you can see over that fence, you could see on the Mass Turnpike, and I'm saying, oh wow, that's where some of those balls went then, huh? Yeah, in fact, I think I caused a 5-car collision on that westbound lane at one time, but I love it. It's been great.
Boston Red Sox pitcher Bill Monbouquette.
When I pitched against the Yankees at Fenway especially, I used to just watch batting practice.
Here comes Richardson. He hits line drives all over the plate. And then Tony Kubek hits the ball the other way. And then the bombers were coming.
Oh, my God. Couldn't believe you could hit balls that far, and it was easy. You know? I'd watch Al Forrester, groundskeeper, go up the ladder on the wall with 4 or 5 buckets and come down with all of them full. Now, you knew how many balls that were in there, probably 150 balls. And when we finished batting practice, we only had 1 bucket. 9 balls in there. Think about it. How am I going to pitch to these guys? Next thing you know, Scarron's taking some ground balls. He said, "You going to hang me any curveballs today?" or something, you know.